Do you believe in God?
Elon Musk, the name synonymous with innovation, technology, and a future that many can only imagine. But beyond his groundbreaking achievements in space, energy, and electric cars, there's a question that few dare to ask. What does the man who wants to take humanity to Mars believe in? You're about to discover the most intimate and surprising side of one of the greatest billionaires in history.
Do you pray?
I don't. I didn't even pray when I almost died of malaria.
Stay with me until the end of this video, as you'll hear Elon Musk's words about his spiritual life, and even about religion, and the most impactful part of all, the moment when he affirms his belief in Jesus Christ as salvation.
There's great wisdom in the teachings of Jesus, and I agree with those teachings.
Please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, as we have a series of videos about the spiritual lives of celebrities. Let's dive in.
Can science and religion coexist?
Probably not.
Do you pray?
I don't. I didn't even pray when I almost died of malaria.
Do you have a spiritual life?
Well, it sort of depends on what spiritual means. You know, I'm less convinced that there's, say, some super consciousness watching over our every movement and kind of evaluating it against some criteria, you know, and deciding whether we're going to go to one place or another when we die. I think that's unlikely.
Okay. What do you worship?
Well, I don't really worship anything, but I do devote myself to the advancement of humanity using technology.
I'm actually a big believer in the principles of Christianity. I think they're very good.
So in what sense then are you not religious?
When I was, I don't know, about 11 or 12 years old, I had somewhat of an existential crisis because there just didn't seem to be any meaning in the world, like no meaning to life. And so I actually tried to read all the religious texts. I was a voracious reader as a kid. So I, obviously read the Bible. I read the Quran, the Torah, the various, but on the Hindu side, just trying to understand all these things. And obviously, as a 12-year-old, you're not really going to understand these things super well. But I've just
you understood it well enough to have an existential crisis when you were 11 or 12.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure
that's
out,
a start.
Does anyone have an answer that makes sense? And then I started getting into the philosophy books, and I read quite a bit of Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, and which is quite depressing to read as a kid.
Yeah, you might say that.
That's depressing as an adult, but and none of them really seem to have, to me, answers that resonated, at least to me.
You said you're with Einstein, that you believe in the God of Spinoza.
Yes.
So that's a view that God is like the universe and reveals himself through the laws of physics, or as Einstein said, through the lawful harmony of the world.
Yeah, I would agree that God of the simulator or whatever the supreme being or beings reveal themselves through the physics. They're creators of this existence, and it's incumbent upon us to try to understand more about this wondrous creation.
Do you believe in God?
I believe there's some explanation for this universe, which you might call God.
This notion of forgiveness is important. I think it's essential because if you don't forgive, then I forget who said it, but an eye for an eye makes everyone blind. If you're going to seek vengeance and you have this never-ending cycle of vengeance.
Now, I'm not a religious person, but I nonetheless got on my knees and prayed for that mission. I would say I generally agree with the teachings of Christianity, but I'm not religious. Like turn the other cheek and love the neighbor as thyself and that kind of thing.
But do you believe in like a God or like a higher power?
Well, something created the universe, or the universe is, here? How did it come to be? You could say whatever caused the universe to come to be is God, or gods, depending on your view. I don't know. I think as a philosophy that I think makes sense is to go out there and to expand consciousness so that we're better able to answer the questions of, like, what is the meaning of life? What is the nature of the universe? What are even the right questions to ask? And if we can expand consciousness, more humans and more digital intelligence, then our opportunity to understand the meaning of life is that much greater. And so I would I have the philosophy of curiosity to understand the nature of reality. I mean, let's just say, I agree with the principles that Jesus advocated, and there's great wisdom in the teachings of Jesus, and I agree with those teachings. And things like turn the other cheek are very important, because as opposed to an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. So forgiveness, is important, and treating people as you would wish to be treated. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Very important.
So it's like a 60, 70%. Yes.
As Einstein would say, I believe in the God of Spinoza. But hey, if Jesus is saving people, I mean, I wouldn't stand in his way. I'll be sure, I'll be saved. Why not?
Sweet.
Whether we are fans or critics of Elon Musk, his journey teaches us a valuable lesson. Success is not only about what we achieve materially, but also about what we believe in internally. In the end, each of us seeks answers to the big questions in life, and spirituality can be a key part of that search. Whatever your beliefs may be, the important thing is to follow your path with purpose and truth. And remember, the greatest legacy we leave is not just in groundbreaking inventions, but in the impact we have on the lives of those around us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Also, check out the playlist on the spiritual lives of celebrities. We've got more eye-opening stories waiting for you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.